YouTube was Amateur Boys out back with another banger in this video. Gary Antoine Russell obliterates Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Let's get it. First of all, this fight is scheduled to take place sometime this year. The fight not getting as much media coverage as it should. This is a very important fight for 140, right? Whoever win this fight at 140 can potentially be king at 140. Like, I believe these two guys are the most talented guys at the division now that Devin Haney and Teofimo and all these dudes look like they're gonna be moving up the welterweight, right? We know that Boots has the unification going on. We know that Turkey wants to make Boots versus Teofimo Lopez. So all this is correlating to each other. Devin Haney, all those guys moving up the welterweight, and is leaving 140 open for the taking, right? Keyshawn might move up to 140 and come fight these dudes. Keyshawn versus Gary Antoine would be a great fight. Gary versus Boots would be a great fight, right? Nobody talk about how Gary had Boots and up in the amateurs. I believe Gary gave Boots his last 2 or 3 losses in the amateurs. So, I mean, this is a very important fight for boxing because it determines pretty much who's going to be king of 140 in the future because Devin Haney and Teo leaving. But yeah, like I'm saying, I got Gary Antoine destroying this dude, obliterating him, and demolishing, destroying, shocking the world, destruction, you know. Yeah, because we know Gary had a 100% knockout rate going into his last fight, right? So he's used to having his way with guys. He got good power, good size, he's strong, he's athletic, very aggressive. The only thing is, he don't know how to deal with a spoiler. Alberto Puello spoiled him, just clinched him, turned him, moved him, beat him up on the inside, and Gary ain't have no answer for it. But I don't see Rayo doing that, right? We know Gary he got great power. We know Rayo is a sucker for power. Rayo can't take power, right? Especially from guys his size. Last time he fought a guy with real good power, his size, he got knocked out by Edwin De Los Santos, right? And Pitbull, honestly, I'm gonna send this dude to the upper room in round 11. His corner had to slap him in the face and tell him, "What are you doing? You're throwing a fight." He was winning for like 9-10 rounds, and then round 11, he chose to block punches with his chin. You feel me? He almost got sent to the upper room. So Rayo defense is real suspect, right? I don't think he got anything. I don't think he got a bad chin per se, because he could take a good amount of punches. But when you keep getting hit with big punches consistently, you're going to get hurt. That's just the fact of the matter. And yeah, I think Gary gonna send him home, bro. If Edwin can send him home, I think Gary can send him home, and I think Gary gonna do it in a devastating fashion. Might knock his head off his shoulders. People not talking about this fight enough, bro. They trying to sweep it under the rug. This is a real competitive fight, right? And yeah, Rayo struggles versus guys his size. His defense is real suspect. He's a good ring general, right? Maybe he learned that after he got knocked out. Maybe he gonna try to be the ring general against Gary. But yeah, bro, Gary got good power, so you're gonna have to be on your P's and Q's. You're gonna have to have good stamina because Gary coming for 12 rounds, right? Dude, real aggressive, and he real heavy-handed. That's the only way he was able to beat Jaron Ennis. Think about that. This dude beat Jaron Ennis multiple times. Not a lot of people can say they beat Jaron Ennis multiple times. I think Gary Antoine might be one of the only people who can say he beat Jaron Ennis multiple times, and that's a huge accomplishment, bro. Who is Rayo's best win? Pitbull. That's a good win, but he's petite. Let's just say that Pitbull is a very petite man, 5'3", at max, 5'4", with good power, real burly, but that's about it. So, I mean, this is going to be a real interesting fight. Like I'm saying, I got Gary by KO, knocking this dude out. He been knocked out before. You've been knocked out before, you can be knocked out again. I haven't seen his defense improve drastically. He's become a much better ring general, right? He's been able to control the fight. That's the thing. That's the first layer to being solid defensively. You want to be able to control the fight, determine which punches your opponent can throw. If you want to stop Gary, I don't know if Gary is southpaw. I think he's southpaw. You got to control that back hand, right? And he got to circle towards the weak hand, right? It's all a circular motion in boxing, right? Boxing is a circular sport. You're moving in a circle. That's why they call it the square circle, because you're in a box and you're circling your opponent, trying to land your hardest punches and prevent them from doing so. So, Rayo's best attempt at winning would be to stay on his jab, would be to circle to his right, or Gary's left towards the weak side, jab, land body shots, and line up that cross and trying to land that check hook maybe as well. Land his power shots to prevent Gary from landing his, be the better ring general, focus on defense, block punches, step off the line, right? When you see him load up on big punches, just take a step back, right? He aiming for a stationary target. If you give him a moving target, it's much harder to hit, right? That's in anything. It's much harder to hit a moving target than a stationary target, and that's in anything, no matter how accurate you are, right? As a quarterback, it's easy to hit one of your receivers if he stop inside the zone. Think of Patrick Mahomes. Whenever Travis Kelce get into an open zone, he stand there and sit because he knows it's easier to hit him that way. If he keep running, it makes him a harder target. If you know football, you know what I'm talking about. You sit in the open zone. You don't keep moving. You sit down. And boxing, you never sit down. You don't want to be a sitting target. You want to be a moving target. You want to make it hard for the quarterback. In boxing, your opponent is the quarterback. You want to make it hard for him to hit you. In boxing, you want to be a bad receiver in boxing. You want to make it hard for your quarterback to hit you. Don't steal my analogy, bro. Don't steal that shit. In boxing, you want to be a bad receiver. You want to make it hard for the quarterback to hit you. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time.